Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another gorgeous episode of the Alex and Steiner Show. Today we have a very fun episode because Steiner came over for a few days to my house, and we got a couple of some very goofy things to talk about. And I am here with the man himself.
How's it going, everyone? Probably pretty good.
Steiner's just a little bit drunk right now, but we can forgive him for that, everybody. And so yeah, Steiner, you came over for a couple of days, like a week ago.
True. This is true.
And yeah, we had plans on doing some nut shit, and some nut shit happened just in different days than we expected. And we'll start off with let's just jump right into it. Day one, when we picked you up, and we picked you up at some weird location in fucking Silverthorne. I don't know how you came up with that. It was like some random fucking creek.
Probably when my dad murdered someone, but it's all good. It is. We gotta go to this park, and next thing I know, we're in a park where we all don't know where the fuck we're going.
Have you ever been to that park?
No.
It was the most random place I've ever seen. I was like, why don't we just go to the McDonald's? And he was like, yeah, we'll go to this one spot. It's closer for you. And I was like, okie dokie.
But I didn't know you guys were gonna go to Murdoch too.
Well, we didn't really. Did we backtrack? We didn't backtrack that far. I don't know. My dad just randomly decided that he wanted some fucking soil pep for the yard or whatever, so we had to backtrack for that. And yeah, that whole day was really fucking boring, to be honest. What were you gonna say?
What was the soil prep even for? I never got to.
It was for this giant. We have like a huge ass flower garden in our backyard, and it was basically just for that. And I don't really know what the soil pep even does there. I think it's just pretty pointless, to be honest. And yeah, and after that, honestly, we didn't really do much that entire day. I mean, we went shipping, and then that night, though, it was pretty exciting. Steiner, you want to tell everybody what happened?
Can I ask something? What happened that night again?
Steiner, we can forgive your long-term memory loss.
Yeah.
Steiner, it was that night where I sent the whole videos to your thing, and then it was just, let's just say that that night we came in, we were hopeful, we left disappointed. Let's just say that we left very disappointed.
The women were hot and heavy.
What does that mean?
They were like pissy, and they were pissy.
Yeah, basically, just like if you ask out a girl, just expect the worst, because the worst is what's gonna happen. To be honest,
somehow the worst happened to both of us, and even worse than we thought it could happen.
Yeah, it did not go well at all in any stance. To be honest,
and it actually went worse than like we could imagine. Like it was like what we could imagine was the worst. It went like beyond those expectations and really went bad.
Yeah, so then we kind of spent that whole night just all depressed, and it was no bueno, to be honest. And then that next day, though, I think like the first thing that next day, we went rafting on the river, and we both went rafting on the Colorado River a couple years ago, and it was pretty nice. It was like the temperature must have been in like the 60s or 70s or something, but this time it just decided to be cold as shit. Like the river was probably 50 degrees. And we both weren't wearing any like wetsuits or anything. We were just wearing swimsuits.
Oh, God.
And and then it started fucking raining halfway through.
50 degrees with like wet ass cold rain. Like wasn't too pleasant.
Yeah, we were planning on going on like every single one of these rapids, which are actually pretty big rapids, but we didn't do any of them because literally it was like ice water. It was like the coldest water. Like just imagine you're on some mountain peak in fucking Asia, and you just take some of the snow and then you just let it thaw out, and that's how cold it was. It was cold as shit. And we decided to go out there and go on the river, and it was very regrettable. And halfway through, it started raining. And that's just pretty much when I rethought my life and realized that everything until that point was meaningless.
True. And then the funny thing was, to top it all off, I mean, we ended up like when we put our fucking legs in the water, It was like so cold that when we would get out of the fucking water, we couldn't like move our back thigh. Or
Dude,
back.
I don't think that wasn't the time that I got the awful cramp, which I just stopped like feeling. But
Oh,
like it was so bad. It's just not like today we went out rafting and it was actually like the water was perfect. And it was like super hot out and it was like there was no wind and it was just the best time ever. But it's like
yeah.
that's the thing with rafting too. It's like you could go out there when it's like cold as shit and it's like windy and you're just like, God, I wish I could be anywhere else. This is the worst thing I've ever done. But then you go out there when it's like super warm and no wind and it's just it's like perfect and you like literally that's the only place you want to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's better. It's more fun when it's chaos, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's hot in here.
Yeah, you're in Florida right now.
It's the funny thing is it's only like how cold is it out? Hey Siri. 50 degrees.
50? It's 50?
50 and humidity.
Holy shit, it's like 70 outside for me right now.
It's crazy though.
Yeah, and then after that, we went golfing, and I had one of I like the whole day throughout the golfing. It was like through the first 5 holes, I was like shooting I was shooting bogey golf. Like I was like 5 over through 5 holes, but then the last 4 holes we played, I just shat myself,
Oh
and I
my
ended up
god.
getting like a 100 on the day. But honestly, that'd probably be your best score ever.
Oh, let's hate on me now. Okay, my best score is 53 or 52.
I think you said 52, which is honestly really shit.
Yeah, but it's that's on 9 holes too. Just so everyone knows. Yeah, it's not. I'm not a very good golfer. Just bank on everything. Bank on like 60% of my shit going out of bounds.
Honestly, for me, I'm at the point now where it's like I'm just expecting like a couple of like if I could just eliminate the couple of bad shots here and there, I'd probably be sitting at like even like bogeys every hole. But it's like every once in a while I'll just like hit a shot that I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
You do have those shots where they're like, I mean, as I saw, you would have like these shots that were just like, how the hell would you even make those? And then you have these shots that are like, there was that one where you like ricocheted off the tree on the back slope, and then you lost the ball. I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
It was like today I had this hole on the 5th hole. I was like by the green and I like literally chipped it like 5 times. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like the first time, like it was like a par 5. I got it onto the green in 2. I got it onto the green in 2. And I was like,
Jesus.
oh, I got an easy par here. And then the first chip, I went way over the green onto the other side, which was like this complete like upslope. And then I had to chip it off the upslope down onto the green again. And the first shot, I just like whiffed and I like tapped it like 5 inches. So I was like, fuck. And then I hit again and I whiffed it again like 5 inches. And then I did that 3 times. And then I chipped it on and then 3-putted for a quadruple bogey.
Jesus.
So it's like I had a perfect par chance. And then my short game just fucked me up. And I ended off with a quadruple bogey.
That's funny. Oh, my nuts.
It's just like golf, that shit like that just fucking pisses me off right now with golf. Because I'm at that point where it's like we're doing also the tryouts for the golf team are August 2nd. So I need to get my shit together before August 2nd or else I'm fucked.
Wait a minute. So you actually have to try out to make the team?
I think so, yeah. And it's gonna be like you just do like a full like 18 holes of golf and they just drudge you against all these other people. So I'm like, oh shit.
So on the golf tryouts, it's not like you make the team either way.
No. You have to actually score well to make the team.
Oh.
And I've seen a few kids. You're gonna break some shit in there. Jesus Christ. And it's like
oh.
With the golf tryouts too, it's like I've seen a few kids from the high school there, and they seem okay, but I'm pretty sure I'm better than most of them. Are you good, Steiner? I'm trying to keep this shit going, but you seem like you're fucked.
They're gonna have a black eye tomorrow.
Are you fucking baked?
I feel like it now. My eye is fucked.
Oh my, we are completely different. You are off your fucking rails, and I am just grounded right now. I am so like calm and just relaxed, and you just seem fucked.
I'm gonna have a black eye tomorrow.
Yeah, that's epic. Maybe all the big titted bitches in Florida will like the black eye. You'll be all
Nah,
tough.
I would have to get the what is it called? Not the doohickey.
Do rag.
Not the do rag. What the hickey?
What?
I gotta get a hickey like what your brother gives to your other brother.
Just have Casey give you one right now. That'd be hot as shit.
Guys, you wanna give me a hickey? And he's like,
Come on, that'd be so hot.
I don't think he says we're not from Alabama.
Oh, come on, but you probably are. You're white.
I'm white. I'm probably from Alabama.
Yep. But like going back to the fucking golf tryouts before you derailed us, I'm fucked. I'm honestly fucked. There's probably kids that have been playing golf forever that are like, I'm gonna easily make the team, and I just started like a year ago. I'm fucked.
Just imagine you're the white guy on the team. I'm just kidding. That's right.
They're all white. What?
I mean, actually,
The odds of
black,
there being a black kid on the golf team are probably zero.
actually, you probably have like all these Asian kids on the team, and they're gonna be like, "I my God, so it's a 90-degree angle, and the three putter is not good on this. Only one putt because I'm good enough for one putt." And you'll be playing these like really smart Asian kids that like are definitely already going into college, and you're totally fucked.
Yeah, there'll be like some 9-year-old Asian kid that's already in college, and he's like mapping out the trajectory of every shot.
He's like, "I'm gonna do a slight fade to the right with the wind conditions of 22 miles per hour. Very fast.
So, with the wind conditions and the diameter of the cup being 5 inches, we will hit it at about 50 miles an hour at an launch angle of 60 degrees, which will put us right in the cup for a par.
You just got to talk about his small penis. Penis size mucho.
If I could just like, honestly, I should just go in there with like an aggressive mentality and start fucking with their minds. Like, I'll just go in there and I'll just be like, yeah, how's it going? You seem like you're pretty shit. How old's your driver there? Is that 5 years old? I'll just make fun of everybody's clubs.
Yeah, I mean, what you should just do is be like, go in there, big dick energy, and just be like, "Yo, what's up? I'm Alex Sigmund. I've been very good. I came from Evergreen, Colorado, where we have some of the better golf courses other than this shithole. Whatever golf course, yeah. And just bash
Why wouldn't I just say I'm born in Florida? That'd be more of a flex.
Yeah, I was born in Florida. Do you like my Citizen watch? I got it a couple weeks ago. Oh, my chain. Oh, God. My ex bought this for. Just start saying.
I'll go full Puma because yesterday when we went to Redlands Mesa, I was decked out in all Puma gear. I had Puma hat, Puma shirt, Puma shorts, Puma socks, and Puma shoes. So I'll just go in there fully decked out in Puma. Then I'll get the Ray-Bans and then the Citizen watch. And then I'll just be like, yeah, you seem like you're pretty shit golf, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and you got to go like all black, like look like a total like prick. And then show up in like once you get your driver's license, show up in your own Jeep. Be like, what's up?
I'll be like, yeah, this puppy runs about like $50,000. Yeah, your little Prius is probably way cheaper.
You gotta go in there and gotta be like Molly Percocet. You gotta have the windows down, just jamming out mask up, and be like,
I'll be like the bad guy in every fucking movie.
You gotta go in there, and if they're like in the parking lot, you gotta be like, "So boys, who's ready for some golf?"
Or just go in like full gay. Just be like scare him with how gay I am. Just like try to like make out with him at every corner. I'll go full gay. I'll be like, oh, hey, how's it going? You guys here to play some golf?
This putter reminds me of my dick.
This putter head is probably the same size as my winky.
My winky, oh, shit.
And I was like, I like being fucked in the butt. Oh, that'll be perfect, and it's Pride Month, so it'll make sense. Actually, no, it won't be Pride Month, but
You gotta get Puma. You gotta get Puma rainbows.
I'll get one of those rainbow lapels that people wear for Pride Month.
And then if you don't make the team, you can say it's because I'm gay.
Yes, that'll be perfect. If the coach is like, Alex, I don't think you made the team, I'll be like, fine. I guess you don't want a gay kid on the team.
Really fuck it up there, Alex. Really. I mean,
It'll be the worst shit show you'll ever hear of.
oh my god, it'll be hilarious though.
Hopefully, I don't have a bad day. Hopefully, like everything is just absolutely dialed when I go in there. Honestly, with my luck, though, I'll probably walk in there and I'll be like the worst I've been playing in months. Like I'll probably be shooting like high 70s if I'm lucky. I can see it though, because I'm running off a really high right now, and I can see it carrying out for the rest of June and maybe into July. But then into July, I could see it just crashing down, and then I could just be absolutely fucked on August 2nd when I have to go in there and just humiliate myself in front of all these other people. Honestly, I wish you were there, because then we could make it a whole shit show, and you could be fucking me up on every turn. You could be my caddy, Steiner.
I could be like, oh, so this is the club I'm supposed to. This is the club you're supposed to use.
Yeah, you'll be like, I recommend driver, and I'll be like, dude, I'm 150 yards from the pin.
It's all good.
You can be the drunk caddy for me.
I mean, you can pop a couple pills in me with a couple bangs, and it's all good.
As long as I have a couple bangs, I'll probably be fine. Honestly, I'll get myself a couple of slurp juices, and I'll be good. I'll be good to go. Okay, we got completely fucking derailed. And then we went. That night is the night we went on our biking adventure to the ice cream place, and then the Target, and then the gas station. And that was honestly pretty fucking boring. It went perfectly. Like, went to the ice cream place, it was just perfect. And then we went to the fucking Target, nothing went wrong there. And then we went to the gas station, and nothing went wrong there, except for outside the gas station. We saw this one guy getting his car searched by the police officer. That was okay, I guess, but that was one of the things that I was expecting to be like absolutely nuts, but then nothing happened. I was like, ugh. But we were also planning on going to the hot springs that night too.
And then they fucked us over on that one.
Yeah, we could have gone. I mean, we should have. If we were smart individuals, we would have planned ahead and made the reservation earlier, but we're not. And I mean, we could have tried to sneak you in to the hot spring and just act like you were my brother, because we got the family membership, so you could have just taken like my brother's pass. But there's no way that would have worked out. They probably, because they have pictures there too.
Yeah, it's true. I could just be like, "Ha, yeah, I could just like shave all my head and been like, I've gone bald for the Navy."
But they're like, what? You still look extremely different. You're like, I'm in the Navy.
I'm in the Navy. Yeah.
That'd be a really good excuse, even if you weren't in the military. Just like anything bad, you're just like, I'm in the military.
Now you gotta say, yeah, I'm part of the LGBTQ armed forces, and they'll be like, dude, oh my god, you're welcome anywhere.
Imagine if that was a thing, the fucking gay forces.
There is a thing. There's the LGBTQ like army thing. Did you see that fucking ad they had? They're like, we don't care what you are. We're just looking for someone to serve and protect the United States citizens.
There's some fucking fat ass with pink hair that's like, yeah, it'll pay for my art tuition at Oregon State. They
actually showed this lady with like chopped ass hair. It was hilarious as hell because it fitted the mold perfectly.
Dude, they're lowering their like fitness standards for like women, and like I think it's for like black people and women in the military. So like black people and women have an easier time getting into the actual military, so they could pass all the fitness exams. Oh, it's really fucking weird.
Go over that way.
Steinar, you're absolutely fucked right now.
That is actually a pretty accurate statement. I mean, you're not wrong.
Then that day 3, we went to the fucking mini golf place, and that was all right, I guess. I mean, it was a pretty heated match, honestly, because throughout the entire time, we had pretty much no idea who was winning, and
Oh,
I
we
was
had money.
playing.
We
We
had
were
money
doing
on the game.
Yeah, we had money on. Everybody put in $5, including my sister, which was kind of strange because it was pretty much guaranteed that she would lose. Like there was no way that she would win. And then she was like, "Yeah, I'll put money in." And then she put money in. Actually, Riley never gave us. Did Riley never give us his money?
Yeah, and Ethan. No.
I'm pretty sure Ethan did, but Riley didn't. My brother never gave us his fucking money. But yeah, we had like 15. We had $25 on the line for whoever won. So it was actually really heated the
That
entire
wasn't
time.
supposed
And
to happen. I was trying to kick it back, so.
most of the times that I play mini golf, it's like I get pretty bored throughout. Like once I get to like the 15th hole, I'm like over it already. But like that time, it was so heated that I like maintained my
Golf.
interest the entire time.
Casey's just
And
wondering what we're talking about.
and yeah, it was like the final point spread was insane. I had a 52, you had a 53, and then Ethan and Riley were both tied with a 54. So that was probably the closest mini golf game in existence.
Yeah.
And like at the end, I was pretty confident that I won, but it was really fucking close.
Yep. Very close game. I was actually surprised you didn't like actually rip my ass apart because I'm not even that good of a putter at real golf.
Putting is just not my strong suit, though. Like honestly, actually, recently it's been pretty good. I've been sinking a lot of 2 putts and 3 putts. Like I haven't had over a 3 putt in a while. I think it's mostly just my chipping now is just kind of fucked. Like, but it's really weird. Like throughout the days, it'll change. Like one day I'll have like a day where my iron striking is just absolutely garbage, and there's just nothing good about it. But like,
It's reverse.
and then like my chipping game, like some days my iron play will be awful, my chipping will be great. But today, my irons, I had every single iron shot that I had today was flush. Like all of my irons were perfect. But then my chips were just terrible. Like they like every time I got close to a green, I was just fucked because I couldn't chip it on. And it's like the short game is what makes or breaks your entire golf game.
Sorry. I have serious ADHD right now.
Oh, you're fucking fine.
As a Casey on the red dot. And it almost hit that light above.
And yeah, that whole day, I don't think we did much. Like we were going to go to the adventure park, but then we didn't. And then the day 4 is the day we went to the adventure park. So we have this adventure park near our house in Colorado, and it's absolutely crazy because you got these rides that are like these fucking swing rides that go over a 450-foot canyon, and then you got like it's probably the most nut shit. And I have a like pretty bad fear of heights. Like I get into like it's not terrible, but like I get in like to a high distance, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of fucked. Like those swing rides, like if they were just on normal ground, I would have been able to do them easy. But because we were there, it was just fucked.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like I actually would you say the cliff is closer to 500 or 600 feet?
Probably 500. I'm pretty sure it's 450, honestly, but it could be 500. It's crazy. And then you got this swing ride that's like basically a pendulum. And if you've never seen it, it's like you like just sit on this little thing, and that's connected by a stick going up, and you swing back and forth like a pendulum. And then at one point, it swings you over over this 500-foot canyon, and you're looking directly down into the canyon, and it is the scariest shit. And the entire time I was on it, I was just fucked off my mind.
Yeah, it was absolutely psycho.
Yeah, and then like the guy that was doing it was like this stoned out black guy that I was pretty sure had no idea what he was doing.
He had these like purple, no, they were blue. Actually, they were purple dreads.
Yeah,
And you had like SpongeBob hat and chains on. I was like, okay, well, we're probably gonna die here. He's gonna forget to strap down the pants. Not a big deal.
and then he had like this really big sweater on too. And then you complimented his hat. You're like, oh, I like your hat. He's like, thanks, man.
I was like, okay. Now I feel a little safer that I gave the stoned out ride operator a compliment.
And like the fuck thing with that ride too is it only has like a little lap bar. Like it has no extra like secondary safety seat belt and it has nothing going over your shoulders. Like it's just the lap bar. So
But
it's like you have nothing to hold on to.
but that's because it's registered as like a usual 50-foot drop. I bet you in like all rides.
Yeah.
And then when they actually do it, they don't like. There's no law saying because it's over 450
Yeah.
foot cliff. It has to be extra.
Yeah, but yeah, and then you get the one though that I did in Vegas is like the biggest pendulum swing on the planet. And that one is like no, I did it in California, and that one is only has like a little lap bar as well that goes over it. And that thing, even though it's not over the 500-foot cliff, that thing is absolutely fucked because it spins you around. And then the one that we did, it only goes to about like 90 degrees, but that one goes like that high, like it almost goes straight up, and
Jeez.
it's like something stupid, like 7 stories high. Like it's probably the most nuts ride. But my older brother thinks it's fucking no big deal.
Yeah.
You good, Steiner?
Sorry. I'm just watching Casey spray air at his face.
What?
Yeah. That was my reason for my look. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we gotta introduce Casey.
Oh my god, I'm fucked.
Casey's not ready for an introduction. He says, "He's like, hold
Okay.
up, give me a minute." Okay, fine.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, okay, you go.
Oh. So then the third night, actually, because we just did the second night. The third night, we ended up. Actually, the third day. I should start with the date then. It was actually this would be the fourth day. No, this would
Sorry,
still
you
be
need some help?
No, this is
We
the
are
third day
on
at nighttime.
day 4.
Third day at nighttime with the golf.
Okay, yeah. This is probably the most insane story. And we went so after the adventure park, we were like, okay, we still got like the rest of the afternoon because we got back at like 2. So we decided to do a little bit of golfing. And so we showed up at the golfing place. We good here?
Sorry, go ahead.
And then that fourth day was probably the most nuts story of the entire trip because we had the bright idea to go golfing, and we showed up at the golfing area. It's probably pretty normal, and there was this guy that was just like he's like this really short guy. He's probably like 5'5", and
Oh, God.
he was like probably like 40, and he was just
Absolute
standing there with like a vodka cranberry, just like chilling.
Sloshed as could be. Sloshed as could be.
So drunk
Okay,
with like
hold on.
the most smug smile.
Context, here he is. Context is he walks up there and he's like, "Oh yeah, boys, can I play with you?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't know what to say." And I'm like, I might as well say, I guess, because I don't want to be rude to this guy.
You can't be rude and just say like no.
And I get up there and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm looking for my glove." And they're like, "Hold up, I'm with the boys. I got an extra glove for you." And I'm like, "Okay, this guy's really fucking drunk. I can already tell." And he's like stumbling to put his vodka cranberry away. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And the reason is, it's a vodka cranberry. We'll get into that in the story.
Yep. And so we all hit our first tee shots, and like the guy was walking, and like we were all just like looking at each other. We were like, "This guy is so fucking drunk."
Oh yeah, and he gets up to the driver and he's like, "Well, I mean, I'm glad I'm with the boys and not the elderly woman right now."
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I waited for you guys because there were all these ladies groups, and I wanted to be with the boys." And we were like, "Okie dokie."
Then he puts his tee in the ground. He puts his ball in the ground, and he gets up there and he takes one practice swing. He hits the ground, and I'm like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be a long day." So then he gets up to bat. And he's ready to get the ball teed up, and there he is, getting in his nice stance because he tells us he's won lots of money golfing beforehand. And so
so there's like this guy, the guy that was running the clubhouse. He came by. He was like, "Don't make bets with this guy." And then the guy was like, and I was like, I was expecting him to be like an insane golfer, But then he had the swing of like a middle-aged lady. His swing was so bad. It
I
was
think it was
shocking.
so. Yeah, he gets up there. He hits the boot. Like he goes all the way back in his swing, and he's like Mr. Happy Feet because he's so drunk. And I see the ball go like 35, 40 yards. He's like, well, that's not one of my better hits. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a long day.
It was
Yeah,
so fucking funny.
I tee it up and it goes probably 130 yards out of bounds, of course. Hits a tree, goes out of bounds, but that's not a huge deal. And then the guy's like looking for his ball, and he's like, have you seen my ball? And I'm like, oh, no, sir, I haven't seen your ball. And I just remember he was like, well, I mean, I just bought these golf balls from my winnings with the rest of this year. And I'm like,
What?
this guy is so fucked.
Dude, and then it was pretty much at this point we were playing with my little brother, and this is pretty much when my little brother just decided, like, he's nuts. Like my little brother is absolutely crazy. Like when we had this membership to this hot spring, and we there's like this pool, like this normal pool there, but it's pretty warm. And like normally people go in there with like their drinks and stuff and just relax. But then there were like these teenage guys and girls, and like the girls were probably in elementary school, but there's like this teenage guy. And I was like, Riley, just go into the middle of the pool and just start splashing. He was like, okay. And he just went into the middle of the pool and then just started like rotating like a turbine and splashing as much as he could. And then I was like, holy shit. And he was getting all these people soaking wet. And then the kid was like, hey, could you stop? And Riley was like, okay. And then Riley came back. And then I was like, Riley, go do it again. And he was like, okay. And Riley did it again and splashed him even more. And then the kid just came up and was like, hey, you stop doing that or else I'm not going to ask so nicely. And that's when I was like, oh, fuck this shit. And I just left. So Riley is just the most nuts kid ever. He'll do he'll do anything you tell him.
Okay, hold on. Before we go on to the real full-on story, let's just talk about your little Riley peeing in the can or the Arizona bottle.
Yeah, so Riley's so nuts that like at night he's like a little gamer. He goes into his little gaming den and plays on his gaming PC. And he just pees in Arizona cans and then just leaves them in his room. Like he doesn't have the dignity to get up and go to the bathroom. So he just pees in a
bottle.
He just pisses in a fucking bottle. And he peed it in an Arizona can. And if you don't know, pee looks pretty similar to tea.
Yeah,
so
ginseng tea.
So in the morning, my older brother went upstairs and saw the fucking bottle full of tea, full of piss. It's like, oh, it looks like Arizona iced tea. So he took a swig, and it was just all piss. And my brother is so fucking pissed at my little brother because like no one pees in a bottle.
I just remember your brother comes down and he's like, I can't believe I live in a fucking house where people pee in bottles.
Dude, he was so fucking mad. And for a right reason, too, because I would love to know if there's somebody else on this gorgeous earth we live on that pees in a fucking bottle. It's absolutely nuts. Ethan, how's it going? Ethan, you're in the chat right now. How's it hanging? You just get off work from your fucking Walmart job, you stupid dumbass bitch. Fuck you, Ethan.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Is he still? You still here, Ethan?
Is he still in the chat?
I don't know. He posted the other one a minute ago. You still here, Ethan?
We got to. We got to.
Yeah, he just posted a dumbass comment. Okay, and yeah, it was probably the most nuts fucking shit. He pisses on bottles and he's fucking crazy. So my little brother, setting the premise, he's a fucking nutto. He's just nuts. And so we're playing with this absolutely drunk guy, and he just decides that he's gonna act drunk as well. So my little brother is like 12, and this guy's like 40, and he just starts going, "Hey man, I think I see your ball. I think I see your ball over there." And then the guy just starts going like, and then like Riley just starts playing with this guy, and then Riley just starts ramping it up more and more and more. So it starts off with him just like acting drunk and being like, I think I see your ball over there, to him going like, yeah, I spent Kate. Why is Casey in the fucking chat? And then I saw and then Riley just starts ramping it up more and more to the point where he just goes, "Who pees in bottles in there?" Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Ethan. There, no one pees in fucking bottles. That's not how it works. Riley,
Oh,
like, he literally fucking pisses in bottles, and this is not the first time it's happened. Like, Riley we've caught him pissing in bottles in his room before, but he just decides to keep doing it.
yeah.
And yeah, and he just decides, like, when this guy is here, he just starts, like, egging this guy on. He's like, I want into my, he's like, yeah, can you give us some drinks, man? And then
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
was, and then the guy was like, "No, I think I get thrown into the slammer if I did that." He's like, my little brother's like, "Yeah, it's pretty cold in there." And the guy was like, "Yeah, it's pretty." And then the guy just starts going, "Yeah, it's not very nice. The guys are not nice in those
Oh,
places."
and then I started chiming in, and I was like, "Yeah, we don't want to soap bar up our ass."
And then I'm pretty sure the guy was so drunk he just did not remember any of it because when we saw him today, he was just fucking. He was so he was like he looked at me and I just saw a look on his face like he was trying to remember something, but he just couldn't.
Okay, but we got to get better about the black people part on this story.
Okay, yeah. And then so we were just golfing with this guy, and then it was like the next tee box. So we're walking from like this one tee box to the other, and Riley just goes, "So my mom has been banging this black guy," and then he goes, "Oh, nice, man. That's funny, man." And Riley's like, "Yeah, he's got a giant penis."
And then he was like, well, then Riley was like, "Yeah, it's about as big as Barack Obama, as black as Barack Obama." And I'm like,
And then
"Oh
and then
no!"
the guy was like, "What about Joe?" And I was like, and then I was like, "Oh, maybe he's doing like a Joe Obama joke." So I was like, "Who's Joe?" And he was like, "Joe Biden." And he was like talking about fucking Joe Biden. So
Oh
this
my
guy was just
god!
off his fucking shit. And then like I was up on this tee box, and Riley just starts going, "Yeah, I found my mom's dildo collection," to this guy. And this guy's like, "Oh no, you gotta get out of that, man." And then, and then I was like, I was just trying to hit my ball, and this guy kept fucking talking. And Riley, every time this guy would talk, Riley would just go, ha 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 ha. And I was just trying to hit my fucking drive, and this guy just kept going like, and I was laughing so fucking hard that like when I swung, I barely hit the ball 2 yards because I was so fucked.
Oh
Like this
my
guy was
god!
so drunk, and Riley was just going absolutely crazy.
Oh, the funniest is, and he was on that same tee box. I remember we got to the green. Riley was all like, "Yeah, Becky. Yeah, me and Becky really had a fun night last night having sex." And I was just, that was when I was just
I
like, I
think yeah,
can't
that's
take it.
when that's he said that right before I hit my drive. And then the guy
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you gotta be careful, man."
And then Riley was like, "Yeah, so where do you get those cigarettes?" Yeah.
Yeah. He
Then the
really
guy
just
told,
he started asking these crazy questions. He was like, "So where'd you get those cigarettes, man?"
"They're so expensive these days, aren't they?"
And then the guy was like, "Yeah, I know, man. It's so expensive, dude." And it was just so fucking crazy because like he wasn't walking like he was drunk. He was just talking like it. So I think he was an experienced drunk. Because when I saw him today, he was like, I'm pretty sure he saw I had a rum and coke because it looked like a coke, but like not exactly like it. So he was putting with a rum and coke. So this guy's constantly getting drunk, and of course he was in his fucking flip flops again. And this guy golfs in flip flops, and he's so bad. And like it was just getting so fucked that like by the seventh hole, I was like, I can't continue this shit. Like I was like, I could feel my swing getting worse every hole, and because it was just like I couldn't focus on the fucking game, so I just had to. So by then we were just like, God, we're done. I can't do this anymore.
The funniest though, we forgot one part. When the guy takes this like nice tailor-made golf cart, like like the pole
Oh
golf cart,
yeah,
and he just chucks the thing down like the sixth grade, like the And he's like,
He,
well,
he goes from the green to the tee box, which is like a downhill. He's like, "This is what I call butting with the golf bag," and he just like pushes the fucking trolley down from the tee box, like down this fucking hill, and it goes like way past the tee box, and it's like, and I was like, "Hey, that's not a bad shot, man." He was like, "Eh, not bad." And then like at one point, Riley even was like, "Hey, man, you think you can get us one of those drinks?"
oh
And the
god, yeah.
and then the guy was like, I don't know, I might get in trouble. He was like, and Riley was like, what you got there? Like a vodka? And the guy was like, I had 2 vodka cranberries today, man, and then some beers. And Riley was like, oh, you like the beer? And then Riley was like, you like the beer? And then the guy was like, oh, I love beer. Oh, it was so fucking funny. You good?
Yeah, Casey's telling me something went, and I'm like, interesting. Casey, if something blows mine, this must be interesting.
And then this guy is just an absolute character because I feel like I've seen him before. And one time I saw, like, I'm pretty sure one time I saw him chipping, and Riley was next to him chipping at the chipping green. Dude, just like once again was in his sandals with like a fucking cigarette, and he was just like hitting these awful shots because he's a piece of shit. And he's just like this nuts guy now that like every time I see him, I get really uncomfortable around him now because I feel like he's gonna bring it up. And then my dad was with me today, and I was like, please don't bring this shit up in front of my dad. But I'm pretty sure he was so drunk he didn't remember any of it.
Oh my god, that guy! Like, if he actually remembered any of it, I would surprise the hell out of me. Because I just remember when the guy was like about to leave, he was like, "Oh, you're leaving me, bro? What the hell?" But I guess I can finish off strong. And I was like,
He was so fucked.
and a 1 to 10, how many DUIs do you think? How many DUIs do you think I had?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say about, honestly, probably 2 or 3. I doubt I don't know. He's probably not going to have his driver's license for very much longer because it's always him by himself at the golf course. So unless he lives next to the golf course, he's always driving away from that course drunk. Unless he's able to walk back
No, but
to his
the weird thing is he knew where you guys live though.
Yes. So
Remember
now
that?
he knows. Yeah, he knows where we live because it was like, I was like, yeah, we just live up the street. And he was like, oh, yeah, you guys are in that house over there. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, he knows where we fucking live. We are fucked.
You're just gonna have like the drunk guy wandering your house at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, I'll like wake up in my room because I sleep with the fucking slider open and I'll just see him walking through. He's like, hey, is that black guy banging your mom?
Okay. Now if that happened, I would pay all the money in the world for that to happen to you.
Dude, I would actually be so scared because I would probably grab the axe that's in my room and walk out there and be like, "You better fuck off, man."
your dad comes out like a gun's like, get the fuck out of my property, and your dad shoots the guy, and then you're like identifying this guy's body to the cops, and you're like, oh, I know who this guy is. He's the drunk guy that we play golf with.
Honestly, are adults allowed to be like close to kids when they're like drunk as shit like that?
I think it's legal. Like, I don't think there's anything illegal about that.
It sounds like it should be illegal. Like adults being drunk as shit around kids. Like that sounds kind of fucky to me.
Oh,
yeah, that whole thing was fucking crazy because I've never had like, of course it's went with you too because I've never played with like guys that fucked. Like I played with like these 2 old guys once and they were really nice. And I mean, that's about. I played with this one other guy who was a Cowboys fan. So yeah, he was pretty depressed. But like, yeah, the one time you're over here is when we play with like the most drunk guy I've ever seen.
Okay. I remember the funniest thing. I saw this thing today, and it was it was like a Cowboys fan, and it was like Cowboys fans are not stupid, and then the guys like putting the cards backwards. Holy shit! The Rockies just imploded their lead.
Oh, let's go! I don't know
They
why you still care about the Rockies.
they were actually winning 2-0, and now I look at this, and then they were 2-1 in the ninth at the beginning of the ninth, and now I get this notification that it's 3-2. I'm like, I think Tatis hit a 2-run homer,
Oh,
which doesn't surprise me.
Clippers are playing the Jazz. If you care about fucking basketball, I don't know why you would.
Did
They're up
Nuggets
by
win?
like 20 points. Nuggets got swept.
Holy crap!
Nuggets got fucking swept, which honestly I can't express how happy I am about that. And also Bucks with the Nets, Kyrie and Harden are both injured going into. So if the Bucks can win these next two games without Kyrie and Harden, I think there's Bucks are going to have no problem defeating the Nets.
Chill.
Because all they have is Blake Griffin, who's just a fucking fuck off, and then they
Oh
got
god, the white black guy. Yeah.
the white black. Honestly, that's him. He's like, I can't. He's like, is he white or is he black? It's the fucking most confusing shit. Like, make up your fucking mind. Like, I think he's a little more white than black, but he's like, if you made his skin tone, like if you darkened his skin tone, he would look like a normal black guy.
Yeah.
Like he has the face of a black guy, but the skin of a white guy.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and then you got KD, who's just like old as shit, so he's not going to do anything.
But my
But
question is, if the Bucks advance, who do you think they're gonna play?
if the let's check actually because I have no idea. Well, who is it? You got West semifinals, East semifinals. It would probably are the Bucks in the East or West?
Oh shit! I think they're East.
Are they East? They
Pretty
would
sure
play probably the
No,
Hawks or
hold
the
on.
76.
I'm pretty sure they're North.
That's not a thing, Steiner.
Okay, then they're East.
Are they East? Okay, if they're East,
they're
how do
closer
we
to
not
East
know
than North.
this? What the fuck?
They're closer to East than North.
I don't know if that's how it works.
They're closer to East than South. They're South and
No.
West.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, then they would be playing either the Hawks or the 76ers because they're both tied right now. And then it's 2-2. The record is 2-2 with the 76ers and the Hawks. So either one of those. And I think both of those teams are nothing special, if we're being perfectly honest.
And then whoever wins that one goes to the big one, right?
Yeah, then it's the conference championships, and then it's the finals. So the Bucks only have to beat. They have to beat fucking a team with Blake Griffin and Kevin Durant, which is not bad. And then they got to beat a team with either some like little short Mexican guy that shoots a basketball that wants to be Steph Curry, or play the 7-foot tall black guy. So I don't think they're gonna have any chance making it to the finals this year because they don't have any big threats. If we're being honest. Nothing too important that we got to worry about here. And honestly, I would care if I cared about basketball, but I really don't, if I'm being honest.
Well, Alex, I have to use the restroom here real quick, but I will put on a guest to the guest host.
Let's get the guest host on here today.
Casey, guest to the co-host right here. 1 second.
The co-host guest. Oh, well, we're going to wait here a sec for Casey to get on here. We're going to do a little bit of an interview here for Casey while Steinar goes and takes a shit. But, let's switch this to me view. So, I've been playing a lot of golf recently, if you really cared about me. And last time I was all depressed because I've been playing bad golf. And that was probably 2 weeks ago. But now I'm great. Golf is amazing. There's nothing I like more than golf. So, golf is really a roller coaster of a fucking game. You can really have good shots and bad shots, and it's fucking nuts. We got Casey on here.
Good.
How's it going, Casey? So, you're playing football.
Yes.
What
that
position?
Is correct. I'm going for running back, fullback, one of those.
Isn't there a
But they changed. They changed the playbook. They changed the playbook for some weird reason, and now fullback is pretty much not a part of it whatsoever. So I can't go for that. So I have to do running back instead.
Isn't there like a
That
huge
sucks.
shortage of running backs on that team too? Like, there's only like 3 other guys, right?
Yeah, when I showed up to their spring camp, there was Jack Johnson, he's running back. There was some other kid who was also running back, and then there was me. And both of those other
Really?
guys are in varsity. I'd be going on to junior varsity. So yeah, I think that's it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna get that easily though too. And then Steiner's gonna be
Yeah.
quarterback, so then well, like, is uh is that other quarterback still gonna be there? Is Kyle still gonna be there for that season or no? Because I thought I heard Steiner
Yeah,
say
he's
something
still
about
there.
him not being there. Okay. Damn. So you have a chance for
He's
him to be
there.
quarterback
He
and you
just
to be
hates
running
him.
back. Yeah, you have a chance for him to be
Yes.
quarterback and you to be running back. That'd be sick.
Oh, I have to take Steiner to YouTube.
Well, the guest, yeah, I'll be back on in a minute.
What?
I have to take Steiner to YouTube because he's like,
Take him to YouTube?
he hates me. Yes, I have to take him to YouTube so he can watch the live stream.
I'll be right back.
There we go.
I'll be on in 5.
He'll be on in 5.
Oh wow. He takes a
He's just
5-minute
gonna sit in the
shit.
bathroom, eat some ice cream.
He takes a 5-minute. Who
Yep.
takes a 5-minute shit? That is the most ridiculous length of time
He
for a
does.
shit.
Well, he's like,
Jesus Christ.
I hope that's what he's doing.
Well, I
You
got
know,
nothing. Got nothing
Masturbating
better
in
to
there or
do.
something.
There's nothing wrong with a quick wank in the middle of a podcast.
True.
You just got to get the
Can't
stress
argue
out.
with that.
Yeah, maybe he has a little bit of camera stage fright or whatever, and he just needs to.
He
calm
definitely
himself
has some cooped up stress in there.
down.
You know, he was all on about Josie and you know. I'm not allowed to say first names in this podcast apparently, so
We're 52 minutes in. If somebody's watching to this point, we're lucky as can be. They'll probably stop watching as 2 minutes.
I think there's Steiner right now, and then there's this guy named Rujax. Really nice guy. Really nice.
That's Ethan. That's my older brother. So is he still? There's 2 people watching this. Is that?
Yeah, so that's probably him.
If he's still
Nice-
watching
nice
this, that's
job.
crazy. Oh my god, he's sending eggplant. That's funny as shit. Oh, well, we're coming up to the end of this shit, so I was fucking sick as shit yesterday. Like, had the worst headache. I had a fucking sore throat. I was pretty much dying.
Yeah, when I was when we're flying down here, right as we like started descending, I just got like this, felt like my head was going to explode. Just this sharp, piercing pain, like right here, because of the
Yeah.
elevation. Ears were popped like crazy. Ugh, that was terrible for like half an hour.
Yeah, it's always like, for me, like I had like a headache like that yesterday, and sometimes, usually when I just like lay down, the headache will go away. But like even when I was laying down, my head was just throbbing, and I could like barely talk because my
Yeah.
throat was super scratchy, and it was absolutely terrible. And I still feel like pretty shit today, but it's not even nearly as bad. And it's just like that kind of shit sucks because it's like, whenever you get one of those like internal pains rather than like external, like whenever you get like a scratch on your skin or something, it doesn't hurt. But like whenever you get like something inside, like your fucking throat is sore, or like your nose is all stuffy or something, it sucks because you can't really do anything about it. You just gotta wait for it to pass.
Yeah. You know what gives me real internal pain?
What?
When I'm laying in my bed here trying to go to sleep, Steiner's over here listening to all his TikToks and whatever on full blast. And I have to listen to all the stupid shit songs and the stupid voiceover. And
Why wouldn't you want to listen
That
to
gives me the
Steiner's
most
Instagram reels? That sounds like the
it's
first thing I
TikTok.
want to do.
He doesn't want to.
It's not TikTok. It's on TikTok.
Steiner's on TikTok.
I don't get no titty tat.
Yes. Just as
Steiner-
everybody is. I don't think you can find a single person our age that doesn't have TikTok.
Do you have
I
TikTok?
want to see the titties. Is there something wrong with that?
Wait, Steiner, do you have
do
TikTok?
not.
You don't want to see the titty.
Steiner is TikTok, yeah.
Steiner has You have TikTok?
Instagram, which has TikTok on the Instagram.
It has Instagram Reels. It's not TikTok.
Yeah.
It's not Tit. Well, we're
Same-
at 55
Same
minutes.
thing because it's all just reposted TikToks.
We're
Yeah.
at 55 minutes, and I'm gonna
55
go
minutes now.
I'm gonna go have a 9:25 p.m.
back on?
meal. So, yeah, Steiner, you're not hopping back on. You fucking suck.
Yeah, you're.
Fuck you guys.
He said you fucking suck, so you can just
Yeah, suck some asshole. We're done
you can
here.
you can go with.
That's